Is your brand sending mixed messages? Let's explore why brand consistency is so crucial and how you can maintain it across all channels for your company. Hi, I'm Michael Pacheco, Fractional CMO for health and health-adjacent technology companies, and today I want to discuss the importance of brand consistency and how you can maintain it. Brand consistency really refers to the uniformity of your brand's messaging, visuals, and overall experience across all touchpoints. For visual elements, this includes things like your logo, your color scheme, typography, design style. Consistent visuals help reinforce your brand identity. Think the Nike swoosh, right? It's a clear, obvious example. The other one that I mentioned was messaging, your brand's voice, the tone, the key messages, the offers that you have. They should be consistent across all platforms. This ensures that your audience is going to receive a coherent and recognizable message no matter where they are interacting with your brand. And the last one I mentioned was the experience. A customer should experience the same thing across all touch points with a company or with a brand. You want to maintain that consistency in customer experience. It's super important, from your website to social media to customer service interactions to, if you've got a brick and mortar, in-store interactions, things like that. It should all feel like your company, like your brand. It's essential for building trust. It's essential for building loyalty. It's essential for creating repeat customers and for creating brand advocates, people that speak out about how much they love your brand. It's the difference between Apple and HP. When a new iPhone is released, oh my gosh, I love my iPhone so much. That's a strong, powerful word to attach to a piece of plastic and silicone. Nobody's ever said that about the new HP laptop. I love my HP laptop. This is not really a thing, right? So I get the idea there. Maintaining consistency offers several significant benefits for your business. I've got 4 things to chat about here. Number 1 is going to be brand recognition. Consistent branding makes your brand more recognizable. When customers see consistent visuals or consistent messages, when they can easily identify your brand, even in a crowded marketplace, that's brand recognition. Powerful stuff. Number 2, trust and credibility. Consistency in that branding builds trust. It creates credibility from thin air. When customers experience a consistent brand, they perceive it as a reliable brand, as a professional brand. It's a quality signal, right? Number 3 is going to be customer loyalty. A consistent brand experience fosters that customer loyalty. Again, I mentioned it before, it creates brand advocates, people who speak out about how wonderful your company is, about how they loved products, things like that. Customers are more likely to return to a brand that they trust and they recognize. You get more likely to have repeat buyers, to keep a customer over a longer period of time. I'll use my agency, Boxer. We have customers now that have been with us for nearly a decade. We go out of our way to ensure a fantastic customer experience, to ensure that we've built a brand, because there's a million digital agencies out there. There's a million different people that can handle your content marketing, your social media, your web design, your web maintenance, and your advertising. Go with us over someone else. If you're not creating something unique, then it's a race to the bottom in terms of price. And that's what we're raging against here when we talk about brand. To achieve and maintain brand consistency, follow these 5 strategies. Number 1 is going to be develop brand guidelines. You want to create comprehensive brand guidelines that include visual elements, tone of voice, messaging, usage rules, things like that. Visual elements, again, being things like your logo, your typography, your colorways, etc. You want to share these guidelines with everybody in your team who could possibly need it. Anyone that's working on anything for the brand, whether it's a content writer, your blog writer, your social media person, your customer service, if you have brick and mortar people in store, you want to ensure that they are representing your brand, right? The brand of the company, that they are embodying that in the things that they do, if any part of it is customer or prospect facing. Number 2 is regular training. Conduct regular training sessions for your team to reinforce the importance of that brand consistency and make sure that they understand from their perspective, from their job perspective, how do they apply those brand guidelines? That job is yours. You get to help translate the company's vision for what a brand is to the employees' ability to reflect that. They need to understand how they can successfully reflect and apply those brand guidelines to the things that they're doing every day, because they may not know, they may not understand what that means, right? They're not in the executive suite. They're not strategists. Number 3 is going to be audit your brand. Regularly audit your brand across all channels to identify inconsistencies. Always look for inconsistencies. The best companies in the world, the most successful companies that are earning the most money have consistent brand. There's always going to be a swoosh on everything that's Nike, whether it's a pair of socks, a t-shirt, a pair of shoes, there's always a swoosh on it. Doesn't matter what it is. I think at one point I had an athletic supporter that had a swoosh on it. I kid you not. Audit the brand, look for inconsistencies, fix inconsistencies. For you, we're probably not talking athletic supporters and shoes. We're probably talking website, social media, marketing materials, advertisements, getting customer interactions, stuff like that. Number 4 is going to be centralized content management. Use a centralized content management system. I strongly recommend WordPress. WordPress is fantastic. Use a centralized content management system to store and manage all brand assets. This ensures that everyone has access to the latest and correct versions of your branding materials. WordPress is just fantastic for websites. Any kind of content that you're building out, you can build it out in Word. They have systems where you can keep files on there and access those. Google Drive is another one. Just talking about simple solutions here, where you can have a repository of assets that everybody has access to. Track all this stuff, create a content library in a spreadsheet, Google Sheets, and have links to everything so that people can find something when they need it. Number 5, the last one's going to be feedback and adaptation. Encourage feedback from your team and customers to identify areas for improvement. Adapt your brand guidelines as needed to stay relevant and consistent. That's pretty straightforward. In conclusion, maintaining brand consistency is crucial for building brand recognition, trust, loyalty. By understanding the importance of consistency and implementing effective strategies, you can ensure that your brand presents a unified and professional image. What I want you to do now is reflect on your current brand strategy. I've got a few questions for you to take back to your thinking spot, whatever that may be, and consider these questions. Number 1 is going to be, are your visuals and messaging consistent across all channels? If not, why not? Question number 2, how well do your team members understand and apply your brand guidelines? Number 3 is going to be, what steps can you take to audit and improve your brand consistency? Considering these questions really exposes opportunities for improvement and maintaining brand consistency, increasing your standards for brand consistency across all your channels. So if you're struggling to maintain brand consistency, I'm here to help. Reach out to me. Let's have a chat. I will buy you 14 beers worth of my time at no cost whatsoever to you. That's 20 minutes on Zoom. I have nothing to sell you. My only goal is to provide you with actionable value that you can apply directly to your business. You can hit me up on LinkedIn. You can reach out to me directly on my website, michaelpacheco.co. And finally, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and let me know in the comments what was valuable for you so that I understand what's working. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, please give us a review on whatever platform it is you're listening on. All of these things helps us help more businesses, and that's really our big goal here. I want to thank you so much for doing everything that you do and all the contributions that you are making to the world. As ever, I'm Michael Pacheco. Until next time, cheers.